Hey, what's up everybody? Benji Bruce here with SpeakingLifestyle.com, and in this video I want to talk about getting past the gatekeepers to get booked as a speaker. Now, I always send emails out to see what kind of videos you guys want, and one person actually asked if I could make a video about getting past gatekeepers. And now when it comes to sales, I mean, you've probably heard like all kinds of different ways to get past the gatekeepers, all kinds of things that you could say, do, and all that stuff. And almost every book on sales or every sales speaker, they kind of tell you what to do to get past these gatekeepers, but very rarely does it actually work. I mean, sometimes it sounds good when you read about it, when you hear it, but when you actually do it, it doesn't seem to work. And that's the difference between reality and theory. Now, there are only two reasons as to why you would be asking a question like this. I mean, either you're doing something wrong when you want to get hired as a speaker, or you're selling like a coaching and consulting program or some type of product. That's the only real reason why you would ask this question. If you want to get hired as a speaker and you have a problem getting past gatekeepers, then you're doing something really, really wrong. And what I mean by that is, let's say that you're contacting someone about their event, so you can obviously get hired, so they can pay you. Well, all you have to do is you just send an email and just say, hey, I saw your event, the XYZ event. Can you tell me who's in charge of hiring the speakers? That's all you have to say. That's literally it. I've never had someone respond back by saying, oh, I'm not going to tell you that. I've never had someone say that. You shouldn't cold call, because you're really just wasting time when you cold call. You're wasting time, because if they don't answer the phone, then you got to call back, and that's more time wasted. But maybe they do answer, and now you tell them what you do, and then everything goes according to plan, but now you just send them an email anyways. So you might as well just skip the call in the first place and just send them an email. But that's essentially that's why I don't really tell people to cold call. I say send emails. You can also reach more people by sending emails as well. But here's the point. If you're sending an email and you're asking for the person in charge of hiring speakers and they're not giving you that name, then you're doing something wrong. Maybe you're trying to sell yourself in the first email. Maybe you're like, hey, I'm a speaker, a sales speaker, and you guys should hire me. It's 10 grand. All they're like, no, we don't know the person, whatever. So maybe you're doing something wrong like that. Maybe you have the email signature at the bottom of your emails where it says thank you, and then it says your name, and then motivational speaker, and here's what the speaker does. And then you have all that, and they kind of go check out your website, and they immediately tell you no, even when they're not the person who hires the speakers. So you're doing something wrong if you're trying to get hired as a speaker. All you have to do is just send an email, say, hey, who's in charge of the event? They're going to tell you. But let's say that you're selling a coaching and consulting program, and I'm actually assuming that's the reason why the person who asked this question was actually asking the question. I'm assuming they were trying to sell a coaching and consulting program to get past the gatekeepers. So let's say you have a coaching program and you call someone up and you want to tell them how amazing your sales training is, or whatever your coaching program is. You want to tell them how amazing it is, how badly they need it. The problem is this: when you call them up, the person won't obviously put you through, because I mean, they're the gatekeeper, so they're not going to put you through to the right person that you need to talk to. They just say like, oh no, we're not interested, and bam, they hang up. So it's kind of like, how do you get past that gatekeeper? Now, here's the point where most people are going to tell you to use some sort of brilliant line that you can do on the phone or in the email to get past this gatekeeper. But let me tell you the truth here. The truth is that your entire business needs to change. Now, what do I mean by that? Think about it from the other person's perspective. Someone calls you up on the phone and they say, hey, my name is John Doe. I want to talk to you about your sales team. I've got this sales training program that I'd like to talk to you about. When can we set up an appointment and talk about it? So what's going to go through your mind as someone says that to you over the phone? Well, you're thinking like, who the heck is this person? Like, who in the world am I even talking to? So some random person wants to talk to you about their program. They want to take up your time. You have no idea who they are. What are you really hearing from this person as they're saying this, as they're saying their spiel and their script? You're basically hearing something like, hey, my name is who cares. I would like to take up your time and take up some of your money from you. When can we meet up? That's essentially what you're hearing. Think about what you do when a telemarketer calls you up. You don't actually listen to them. You pretty much just hang up immediately. It doesn't matter what they say, you just hang up if a telemarketer calls you. For all you know, the thing that they were selling could probably change your life, but you're not listening to them because all you hear is, hey, I want to take up your time and I want to take up your money. So you just immediately hang up. It's also important to note that the way people buy high ticket items is very different. So I think about how you buy a car. If someone called you on the phone and tried to sell you a car, then would you buy it? Well, of course you wouldn't. Before you ever buy a car, a house, or any high ticket item, you do some research. You look to see which car you like the best, what's inside of the car. Do you need heated seats or whatever? Do you need like massage chairs or something? You go out, you check out a couple of car lots. You never just go to one and just buy the first car. Then after a while, after you checked out a few things, then you buy a car. Basically, you've been thinking about it for a while and then you buy it. You don't just walk up to a car lot and say, you don't just wake up and say, hey, I'm going to buy a car. Let's go to a car lot and things like that. You don't just wake up and just do it. You think about it for a while. And if you have a coaching program and you want to sell it, then you need a better funnel, a marketing funnel that actually shows people what you have to offer before you sell them the coaching. Now, just like this website, the Speaking Lifestyle website, you notice that I have all kinds of information, all kinds of free information on the blog. I send you guys videos, things like that. Then if you want the better information, then you can join the platform members area, which is only $348 a year. If you want the information that guides you on building your speaking business step by step for 12 weeks, building it from scratch, then you can join the Speak Pro Academy, which is $1997, just a one-time thing. But it goes from free to $348 to $2,000. Then and only then is someone going to pay $10,000 for coaching. But if I started out and I called you up on the phone as a speaker and I said, hey, my name is Benji Bruce. I have a coaching program for speakers. Do you want to give me $10,000? Then you're going to be like, man, who the heck are you? What are you smoking? If you're a speaker and you have a coaching program, a consulting program, or some high ticket item, and you need to show people that you're worth what you're asking for. They need to see it before you ever ask them to join your coaching program. People have no idea who you are. They don't know if what you're offering is good or not. So you have to give them a taste. Then they're much more willing to invest in your big ticket program. If you have problems getting past gatekeepers, then it's because your entire business model is wrong. You're starting out from the top. People should be coming to you rather than you having to go to them. If you're selling a sales training program for $50,000 and you want a car company to hire you to train their sales team to sell more cars, then you're not going to do that by cold calling the car company and telling them about your program. It's not going to work that way. You're going to do that. You're going to sell that program by putting out videos, throw it on YouTube, blog posts, and all the other stuff. You're going to post all stuff about sales and more specifically about selling cars. And then when someone stumbles upon it, either because maybe you did some pay-per-click, some AdWords, some SEO stuff, then they're going to sign up to your email list. Then they're going to keep going. They're going to keep reading the stuff that you're putting out, keep looking at the videos, stuff that you're giving away for free. You're going to be giving away free videos about how you sell a car in 10 minutes flat to anyone who walks into the car lot, and videos on how to sell 300 cars in 3 weeks, or whatever you want to give away. You're giving away stuff, and then they're going to contact you and they're going to say like, hey, we want to hire you to train our sales team. That's how it works. So if you're having a problem getting past gatekeepers, you need to change your entire business model. Don't get stuck in the past with the old ways of marketing. And more importantly, don't listen to people who are telling you things based on their previous reputation. They might have done things in the past that did work and that did build their name up based on the results they got, but that doesn't mean it works now. In fact, if you look at, let's say, Tony Robbins, if anyone were to tell you how to build a speaking business, you would think it could be Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, he got really big time with his infomercial. But if he told you to do that today, you can't do that. I mean, it's going to cost you just like 6 figures to make the infomercial. Then you're going to spend like even more to actually get it on TV. You're going to be spending so much money, you'll be broke by the time anything even works. So even though he could tell you, hey, here's what you do, or here's what I did, that doesn't mean it's going to work today. Or even like, let's say Michael Jackson. Let's say Michael Jackson is telling you how to sell CDs. You're thinking to yourself like, oh man, okay, well, this is freaking Michael Jackson. If anyone knows how to sell CDs, then it's got to be this guy. But the problem is that nobody wants CDs nowadays. Nobody cares. So CD sales are at their lowest they've ever been, and they keep declining. No, I mean, nowadays people just want the song from iTunes and they just want to put it on their iPod, so they don't actually go to the store and buy the whole CD. If you listen to someone based on their previous reputation that did get them results, you're going to think to yourself like, man, they're actually, I mean, what they say actually works. But what they say it did work, that doesn't mean it does work. Things change really, really fast, so it's important that you keep up. There's a difference between what used to work and what does work. So don't just listen to someone because of their previous street cred that they have. Get specialized knowledge on what's currently working. So if you have a problem getting past gatekeepers because you're trying to sell your coaching program, your consulting program, first figure out, is that advice even working nowadays? Or is there a better way to do it? More often than not, there's always a better way to do it. So just keep that in mind when you want to get past gatekeepers.